Definitely, yes. I faced many. I think the biggest one is the fact that I work in the oil field and it's predominantly white and male. So being a Pakistani woman there, it's not easy to get them to understand things like religious or cultural differences, but also one thing that I really, really hate is the fact that when I get promoted or something, they assume that it's only because I'm a quota filler, being a woman of color and being a woman in general. So it's really the discriminatory when they don't look at my work ethic and my capabilities, but undermine it as just my skin and my religion or my culture being the reason that I'm getting promoted to fill in a number. I hope this sheds light on a deeper problem, which is the systemic, like racism that every part of the industry has, especially in industries such as this, where it's thoroughbred, like white people and not even a lot of blacks are involved in higher management. Oil and gas is definitely very cult like. So there's a whole bunch of different factors facing the discrimination and microaggressions. But I hope that this validates the points that I'm trying to get across. I think living in America, there's a lot of cultural appropriation that just goes about, especially if you have like a outfit that you're wearing that's, a bit more traditional. We try to downplay it, maybe not go all decked out, or we'll wear kurti with jeans instead of like a shalwar kameez if we go out somewhere, just because you want to respect, I guess, social norms. So even from like your appearance to the way you pronounce words or the way we talk, like there's a lot of, I mean, like as for my parents and stuff, there might be some words that they may say in an accent. Things like that, you have to conform to social norms. As far as work goes, I definitely had to, make them understand like what women in our culture are expected to do, which was something honestly a little bit more liberating in the Western culture because women's roles are not like, oh, you have to be cooking or cleaning or more of that as they kind of predominantly are in the Pakistani culture. So breaking that barrier, breaking that norm has been a bit of a challenge being a minority because you can't really fit into like the American culture here. Because I am Pakistani and I can't be super Pakistani because I am, a field engineer. I kind of transgress the boundaries of being the typical girl. So I think in both ways you can apply that. I think the inequality comes in when you factor in color, when you factor in gender, because sometimes there are positions that only accept, they prefer a certain race or they may be against like choosing me for a role just because I'm Pakistani or of my background. But I think that once people get to know you, they make a decision based off of you. That's the best thing that you can ask for. So I try to make myself be known. I try to network as much as possible. And that way they can see me and my personality holistically rather than just as labels.